Oh, absolutely not. Live performance is the one thing that, no matter what, we will always have that.
Hmm.
So, I guess what I really want to know is when did you just like start making your original music, and kind of like writing your own stuff and doing all that?
Oh, so it was always a thought that I had, but I was always pretty decent at like English and literature stuff in school, and but back then it was like if we had poems or something we had to write, I would almost purposely not do that great on them, just because like if your buddies heard you write a banger of a poem, they'd be like, you know kind of not
Yeah.
the cool thing to do back in the day. So I was always kind of like, oh man, yeah, this stuff sucks, but in my head I was like, I really kind of enjoy this. And hindsight's 2020, but you look back and you think, God, I'd like to kick that kid in the head. What you should have just laid it out there. But so it songwriting came pretty natural, but I didn't really start doing it until 2023, just after I started kind of playing at church and doing all this stuff. And I just started writing about the way I felt about some stuff. And so the first song I wrote was Union Boy Blues, and it was just a simple ode to kind of giving the middle finger to your job and moving on. And from there, I wrote about a friend that had passed just a couple of years previous to that I was still trying to process through, and just found that around every corner, whether it was a story, it all has real undertones to it. I don't write about fake events, I guess, really. It's all things that I've either experienced or that friends have experienced or things like that, and that's how I write. And that's when I started doing it. Was about 2023.